we'll start with an opening statement and then open it up for questions. So if you have a question for him, just use the raise your hand function. Go ahead, Coach.
Uh, First, would like to thank our fans that came today, and there was a point there in the fourth quarter where I looked up, and I don't know how many were still in the upper deck, but you guys are awesome. I mean, to sit in the sun in a blowout game and stay the entire game, that's awesome. And so just, I don't know your names, but I see you, and it means a lot, for the people that stay four quarters and support our guys, and appreciate everybody that comes. But just want to point out those guys that stay the whole game. That's impressive, and our players see, our coaches see it, and helps us in recruiting. So thank you. As far as the game, offensively and defensively, felt like we played really well, and expected to, and wanted to be aggressive with the play calling on offense and build a lead. Obviously wanted to be explosive, and we were. I thought we caught the football really well, and protected CJ in the first half really well. Defensively, we're playing a lot of young guys. Javon Bailey got his first start at nickel and did a nice job. I thought Assad Brown, playing strong safety for his first game, did some good things and allowed us to rest a couple guys that we're going to get back hopefully next week. And it was good to see a lot of players play. I thought we did a good job on the line of scrimmage up front, and thankful for Coach Doeren. I thought what he's had to do the last 2 weeks was above and beyond the call of duty, and so Charlton did a great job for us and stepped in and allowed DJ the opportunity to spend the time that he needed at home. And it was good to have DJ back on the sidelines with us today. Special teams wise, obviously disappointed that catching a punt is so hard. But I think out of this, we found our punt returner and Terrell Anderson. So that might be the thing I'm most excited about coming out of the game was we finally got a guy back there that knows what to do. And so what you do in practice has got to show up in games. And so, special teams area continues to be a sore spot for me with our performance and penalty on a touchdown. And a lot of these are freshmen. Teddy's a freshman, Okorion, who got the holding penalty, and it was holding. Freshman guys got to understand when they're playing, doesn't matter what age they are, they got to be mature and they got to handle the game. But like how we responded today, and excited about, what remains on our schedule. Questions?
Daniel, go first.
Coach, you're up 42 at the half. What led to your decision to, keep CJ in and keep some of the starters on offense in through the third quarter?
Wanted to come out and start fast in the third quarter. And, to me, we haven't been a team that has finished people this year. We've built leads and given up leads. I wanted them to go out and feel that, that's what we need to do. And obviously there's risk in that. I understand that, but I wanted the starters in there on the first drive for the second half, both sides of the ball. I told them let's score on offense, get a stop on defense, and then we'll get the guys in there. And then it's their responsibility to continue playing the way we want them to play and not get sloppy.
Noah?
Hey, Coach, how have you seen CJ kind of grow throughout the year's first year, first full year as a starter today, completing over 80% of his passes, completed
Yeah.
11 towards the end?
CJ's playing well. He's played well all year, and he's not going to be perfect. There's plays he's going to learn from, but he's given us a chance to win. He's playing hard. He's making plays with his feet. He's throwing catchable footballs down the field. He understands the offense and where coach wants him to go the ball. He's playing with a lot of confidence. So I love how CJ's playing.
And then just to follow up, he talked about wanting to push the field more, and you guys did today. How encouraging is that for you to see, these explosive plays in the pass game today?
Well, I think with Hollywood in the backfield, it creates opportunities to throw the ball down the field. And, to stop him with a light box isn't going to happen. And so people have to kind of pick what they want. And you get into single high defenses and give us one-on-ones, we've got to be able to throw the ball down the field. Got to force people to get out of that and start playing cover two. And that's what this team actually started to do today. And then it opened up the run game again. So your run game and pass game are friends. They got to work well together. And I think you can't be a dink and dunk offense with a good run game. You know, when you have a good run game, it opens up down the field play actions and shots, and can't be afraid to call them. You know, throw an incomplete pass, it's okay. But those are opportunities with the receivers we have that, you know, we got to capitalize on.
Jaden?
Do you feel CJ is underrated as a QB, maybe on the national level and within the ACC?
I don't know, because I don't read what you say out there. So if he's underrated, that's because y'all are underrating him. I think he's a hell of a player.
JC?
What was it like to see Javon be able to step into that role today? And then
Yeah,
what kind of
I was
energy
proud
and
of him.
enthusiasm does Kenny bring?
Yeah, I was proud of Javon, and we moved him, I don't know, 3 weeks ago maybe to nickel from corner, and so not knowing, obviously we'd be down Jackson Vick, but we felt like our corner position had good depth, and we were concerned. So it was a good good decision to move him there, and he did a great job today. You know, there's things he'll learn from that film. Kenny brings a lot of energy on the field. And so, you know, when Sean's not out there, there's a captain not in the game, and you need guys to elevate as leaders. And asked several of those older players to do that today, and Kenny's one of them.
Charlie?
Hey, Coach. Obviously, the schedule kind of toughens up in the back half. How important was it to see both offensively and defensively, kind of dominate and control the game?
Yeah, it helps. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's a confidence builder or not. I mean, that's probably for the players to answer, but you know, we needed to play well today. You know, obviously didn't play well a week ago, and offensively anyway. And we had a lot of ground to make up. You know, you got to get better each week in a season like we have, where our schedule does increase as far as the ranked opponents coming, and you know, we got to get better every game. And unfortunately, on defense, it's just been a lot of injuries, so it's hard because it's a different player in there at times in certain spots that doesn't get the ability to get better. And now there's another guy playing nickel, or another guy playing strong safety, another guy playing will linebacker. But offensively, we've had continuity, and so we needed to take a huge jump from last week's performance, and we did. You know, I thought we did a lot of good things on offense today, and obviously get ready to go play in some crowd noise now and play against a much better opponent. So it was something that needed to happen for us to be in a position to take another step.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys. See you.